If you had to clone one NFL player to field a team and play all 22 positions, who would it be? Now, you could go in a lot of different ways when trying to answer this question. You could go with a simply spectacular athlete and offensive football player like Julio Jones or Saquon Barkley, but those guys are too small to hold up on the offensive and defensive lines and have no quarterbacking experience. Perhaps you would consider an elite defensive player that's also big and athletic. How about Khalil Mack, Aaron Donald, or Jadeveon Clowney? Yet those players are probably a little too big and again, don't have any experience playing QB. You may also think about someone who is a good QB in college and has shown ability to transition well to a different position in the NFL. Take Julian Edelman, or to a lesser extent Terrell Pryor. However, those guys are not large enough to have the needed positional versatility. Lastly, one may ponder about some of the most athletic QBs in the NFL. For example, Lamar Jackson or Russell Wilson. But again, those guys are just too small. So, is there any good answer to this question? Is there anybody who could play every position on the field on both sides of the ball? Well, I've come up with 3 players that I think have the best chance at fitting the bill. Here we go. First, I nominate Jamie Collins. Collins is a linebacker for the New England Patriots. He began his career with the Pats before being traded to the Cleveland Browns, before he returned to New England once more this past offseason. But why is he worthy of being considered as the one NFL player that should be cloned? First and foremost, Jamie Collins is a really good football player. He's been a Pro Bowler and member of the second-team All-Pro squad in the past. He was a key component to the Patriots' Super Bowl winning defense and is an excellent versatile player. While he isn't quite as good as he was, he's still a super solid defender. But, perhaps most importantly, Collins is an awesome athlete and has experience playing a variety of different positions. In high school, Collins was a standout track and field athlete. Collins was a state track qualifier and earned first-place finishes in the shot put and discus throw, while also placing second in both the high jump and triple jump events. Further displaying his athletic prowess, Collins set an NFL Combine record at the time by finishing with a broad jump of 11 feet 7 inches. He also finished with the second best vertical jump at the Combine, 4th best short shuttle among edge rushers, and 8th best 40-yard dash time among pass rushers at the Combine. Rewinding back to high school, Jamie also played all over the map on the gridiron. He first played as a quarterback, receiver, and safety before concluding his career as a quarterback and outside linebacker. He led the team to the Class 3A state championship during his first year at quarterback, accounting for over 2,000 yards of offense and 26 touchdowns for the 2006 season. As a senior in 2007, he had over 1,200 yards rushing and 1,000 yards passing while leading his team to the state championship game. In college, Collins continued to showcase his versatility with the University of Southern Mississippi. With the Golden Eagles, he played defensive back, defensive end, and linebacker, earning All-Conference USA honors as a senior. Professionally, Jamie has only continued to display his mobility in the middle of the defense. So how would Collins project if he had to play all 22 positions? Well, we know he could play well as a linebacker and edge rusher, and he has crucial experience playing defensive back, and most importantly, quarterback. He also has the size and athleticism needed to play running back and wideout/tight end. Obviously, he would struggle in the offensive and defensive lines, but realistically, it's hard to come up with a better option than Jamie Collins. The second candidate I will present is certainly a bit out of left field, but hear me out on it. Eagles offensive tackle Lane Johnson. Now I know what you're thinking. How could an O-lineman possess the needed versatility to fit the bill? Well, Lane Johnson is no ordinary offensive lineman. In high school, Johnson played football, as well as track and field. In track and field, Johnson competed in the throwing events. He earned a 4th-place finish in the shot put event at the 2008 Texas State Championships with a top throw of over 15 meters. On the football field, he was an honorable mention All-State selection as, wait for it, a quarterback. Johnson then went on to attend Kilgore College, a junior college in East Texas, and continued to play quarterback as well as tight end. After his freshman year, he transferred to the University of Oklahoma. With the Sooners, Johnson initially played as a defensive end and tight end before moving to the offensive line. After being drafted 4th overall by the Philadelphia Eagles, Johnson has certainly lived up to his draft billing. Serving as a right tackle, Lane has been a 2-time Pro Bowler and first-team All-Pro member. I mean, many people argue that QB and offensive tackle are the 2 most important positions in football. Johnson has proven to be elite in one and has college experience in the other. Further, his athleticism allows him to play a variety of different positions. He's over 300 pounds but ran a sub-4.75 40-yard dash and owns an excellent vertical leap. While he may struggle as a defensive back or wideout, his traits project very favorably for him at every other position. Lane Johnson is one of the most intriguing and versatile athletes in the NFL. Yet my third and final candidate is my personal pick for the question. It may seem obvious, and I'm here to tell you why. That player is Cam Newton. We all know who Cam Newton is and what his background is, so I won't spend too much time elaborating on that. While he's no longer in the prime of his career, he's still very much a competent / slightly above average NFL QB. His stats may have decreased a tad, but nobody should forget that he won the MVP a few years ago and is a 3-time Pro Bowler. But what about the other positions? How would Newton fare? Well, it's a tough subject. Unlike the other candidates I presented, Newton does not have any experience playing a variety of other positions. He's always been a quarterback for obvious reasons. Yet, Newton's traits make me believe he could perform adequately in a variety of positions. First and foremost, Cam Newton is every bit of 6'5", 245 pounds. That's great and ideal size for edge rushers, linebackers, and tight ends. Newton is also a really good athlete. He ran a sub-4.6 40-yard dash and owns an impressive combination of strength, speed, and agility. Also, it's important to recognize his toughness. Now, I know most of you will point to the famous play in which he didn't dive for a loose ball, but it's foolish to question Cam's toughness. No QB has taken more hits than Newton throughout his career, and he's only managed to miss 5 of the 123 NFL games he's played in. That's commendable. He would not be afraid to block on offense and make aggressive hits on defense. Lastly, why do I think Cam Newton would be my pick to be cloned all over the field? It's simple. Quarterback is the most important position on the field. Without a good QB, your team is going nowhere. Newton offers the best combination of high-level QB play with decent enough size, athleticism, and intangibles to hold up across the field. But I'm curious to hear what you have to say. Comment down below. If you had to clone one NFL player to field the team and play all 22 positions, who would it be? Share the video with your friends and leave a like if you enjoyed. Feel free to subscribe to the channel and follow me on Twitter and Instagram @RespectThePoint. That is all for this video. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.